Hello, everyone. We're back with Ken Dombrowski, Executive Life Coach and Master Hypnotist. And today we want to talk about Reiki. It's one of the modalities we use in our office, and some people are unfamiliar with it. What exactly is it?
Well, Reiki is kind of challenging to explain or describe because it's this very spiritual experience of energy, transference of energy pulling energy from the universe and channeling it directly into a person who's ailing. So right there, you're going to lose half of your people because they're going to be like, well, that just sounds way too woo-woo and hippy-dippy and all cosmic and all that kind of stuff. And I understand. That's the way I would have thought many years ago. So it would sound kind of crazy to me. But now, of course, that I'm a practicing Reiki master, it has a whole different meaning. And even the naysayers that might not believe in it will admit that they feel something. So Reiki energy healing is what I call it anyway. It's about, as I was kind of describing before, it's a meditative state, not hypnosis, but it's a concentrated, focused meditative state that I, as the Reiki practitioner, am going to be in, while someone is going to be in a relaxed state, not a hypnosis state, just a relaxed state. So they're just going to be sitting in a comfortable chair, maybe laying on a couch, or maybe like a massage table kind of thing. And it's really just about hovering the hands. So you're going to hover the hands around a person's body, head, body, and then you might even want to focus on things that they're complaining about. So if someone has chronic headaches, migraine headaches, or something like that, you're going to spend more time focusing that energy on the head. So while I'm doing it as the Reiki practitioner, I am literally visualizing pulling energy, like actual electricity and energy out of the universe, down in through me, through my spirit energy, and then channeling it through my physical body, out through my hands, and into the person. So, and like I was saying a minute ago, you're going to get a lot of people say that sounds crazy, that's a bunch of garbage. But even those people, if they allow me to do it, which only takes like a minute or two, they will say, oh, yeah, I do feel something. I don't know what I feel, but I feel something. It feels warm, but not warm. It feels something, but I don't know. Okay, well, that's how you know it's working. So to break it down even more on an energy level, we know that we have these chakras, the 7 chakras of the body. We have, what are they called? Acupuncture and acupressure points and all this kind of thing. So you have all of those types of stuff going on, and they're all channels of energy through the body. Like your entire nervous system, it's like, thousands of miles long or something like that. And it's nothing but a super highway of energy, electricity shooting through this nervous system, sending signals all over the place. Well, what we can think about when we have disease in the body or even disorder of the mind is that there is a blockage in energy somewhere. So if you had, let's just say something very simple, you had a knee injury, you playing a sport or just stepped something wrong, fell, whatever. Now you have a busted knee. Maybe it's had some therapy, maybe it's even had surgery to it, and it's just always sore, stiff, achy, all that kind of thing. Well, there was such a disruption to that body part that it disrupted the flow of energy through it. So now if you can even imagine that the energy flows down the leg around the knee and keeps on going down the shin, calf, into the foot. So it's not like you're necessarily that the calf and the ankle and the foot are suffering. It's just the knee because its channels have been kind of compromised, let's say. And there's scar tissue and things like that are going to block it. So if I focus energy on the knee and flow of energy into and through it, it stimulates healing and growth even years and decades after the injury. So we're going to start noticing having more flexibility in that knee, more strength in that knee, be able to rely on it more. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to be back to 100% back to normal. That's not something we can expect. But we should be able to expect that 10 years or 20 years after an injury or a surgery, that you should be 80 or 90% normal and not living in pain and stiffness all day long. Well, what I do is I like to take things a step further. I'm a master of multiple modalities of healing, and I like to combine them. So what I do also is I will put someone into hypnosis and do Reiki on them at the exact same time. So I'm actually hovering hands and talking them through it in a hypnotic state and giving them, now we have mind body connection. It's a very spiritual experience. And people come out of this after, it's not really only about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. They're going to come out of it feeling amazing. So if they had a headache, or headaches throughout their life, they're going to notice relief from those headaches, and their head feels almost as kind of, I don't want to say dizzy, but let's say more like a euphoric feeling in the brain and in the mind, because all the energy is free flowing where they were used to it constantly being stagnant and stale. And then because it's also in a hypnotic state, we're also then teaching the subconscious programming that it's okay to let go of that tension or that stress and the trauma attached to it, and allow that energy to flow freely, because that can get stuck subconsciously. That, okay, well, I have a headache or I have a bad knee, so this is just who I am now, becomes part of your identity. So you're going to act like that way more and more instead of allowing it to heal more. So we're doing multiple things at one time. So it's Reiki energy healing, incredible. Usually only have to do it once or twice for someone. It's not something you have to do a lot, and people get instant relief from it.
Are you interested in experiencing multiple modalities in one package? Call us today.